In this video, we're going to learn about intensive pronouns. So these are very similar to reflexive pronouns in my last video. So if you don't remember reflexive pronouns, go back to the other video so you can get a better understanding of them before you come to this video. So intensive pronouns, the definition I have here is it emphasizes that the subject performed the action. Now this is different from reflexive pronouns, which we learned that they reflect an action performed back on the subject. So what does this really mean? So in this example I have here, Jenny herself cooked the meal. So this is emphasizing that only Jenny cooked the meal, no one else. So she herself cooked the meal. And now with reflexive pronouns, remember, it's Jenny heard herself. So the action is going back onto Jenny. So that's the difference. Intensive pronoun basically emphasize that they alone did the action, performed the action. But the action wasn't back onto the person, which is different from what reflexive pronouns are, which always reflect the action done back to the subject. So let me give you a few examples. So let's say, now there's a few different ways you can write them. You can say, for instance, I myself cleaned the apartment. So you can see here we're emphasizing I myself. So it typically comes after the subject pronoun I. So I myself cleaned the apartment. Now there's another way you can write this. You could say I cleaned the apartment by myself. So this is coming after the preposition. Okay, so you can think of your own examples, but essentially you're emphasizing you're the only one that did that particular action and no one else. Another example would be you yourself cleaned the apartment. So you can see that it typically comes after the subject. And then another example I can give you, you could say Sarah herself bought the car. So you're seeing the pattern here. Intensive pronouns typically come after the subject. Now you can rewrite this so that it comes not directly after the subject. So you could say Sarah bought the car herself. So that's another way you can write that. I'll give you another example. So this is a plural form. We painted the house no, let me make that look better. House ourselves. So we have to use the plural form here because we're using the plural subject pronoun. So we painted the house ourselves. So this is emphasizing that we as a group painted the house and no one else. I'll give you one last example. So the students organized the event by themselves. Again, you can see we're emphasizing it's just the students that organize this event by themselves. And you can see it's coming after the preposition. So just remember, intensive pronoun emphasizes that the subject performed the action. So that's very different from reflexive pronouns. I do have that in my other video, so go check that out and then you can come back to this video. I hope this was clear. If this was helpful to you, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment of any examples or any sentences that you can use for intensive pronouns.